So I was about 13 when I started to notice some anxiety. I started to get anxious about things like I had gymnastics at the time, I had dance competitions, I had school presentations, I had tests, I had situations where I would be going to sleepovers with friends and I would just notice that I would start to get shakes and I would start to avoid these things and withdraw a little bit. And I had my first anxiety attack when I was 15, and my heart started pounding, my chest started hurting, I was hyperventilating, I started panicking, I started crying, and there was just a lot going on. So my mom knew what to do. Thankfully, at the time, she put me in an enclosed space. So I went in the bathtub, no water, just like an empty bathtub, and then we pulled the curtain around, and she actually got in the bathtub with me and hugged me because the enclosure helped me to kind of calm down and know that I was safe. And I think safety is a huge issue when it comes to anxiety. You have to feel like you can trust the people around you. So I do take medication. I take lorazepam, and I only take lorazepam when when my mindfulness and cognitive behavioral training does not work. It rarely gets to that place, but then I do take the medication, and I feel like having to take medication isn't natural, and it's not something that I am happy to talk about. It's not something I'm proud to say, and I think that that's a result of the stigma about having anxiety and the misunderstanding about what the mental health challenge itself does. Like I said, I went through something called mindfulness, cognitive behavioral therapy. In our presentation today, we're going to be doing this. Basically, it starts by identifying a trigger. So I'll give you the example of this presentation itself as a trigger. So then I can work through what makes me anxious and the thoughts that lead up to a full-blown anxiety attack, and I can generally calm myself down before it gets to that place. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. But it comes down to realizing the things that I have control over and the things that I don't have control over. And I think that a big part of diminishing the stigma with mental health challenges is talking about it, and I think it normalizes it when you guys see somebody like me who's a successful peer who struggles daily. I have anxiety every single day, but I don't let it control my life, and I've learned to kind of take it in stride and just know that it doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make me all of these things that stigma would say, like I'm crazy or I'm psycho or I'm dangerous. It really has nothing to do with that. So my name is Michelle. I do have a DSM-5 diagnosis. I do not let it define me, and I do not let it determine my worth and self-esteem.